What's good, everyone? Romero17 here, and today we're going to be showcasing Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, or at least at this point, at age 37, should be called Wonderman, and on UFC 4. And we're going to look to try and show him to be used the way that he fights. Basically, a sim showcase, as some would like to call it. So breaking him down on UFC 4, Taekwondo, all those speed kicks and whatnot, all like the boosted speed really don't matter because he's already maxed out at 99 speed, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't go above 99. But he does have Skirmisher, which helps his movement when he's going backwards, which makes him very tricky to follow up on. Wake Up Call helps his recovery after knockdowns, something that he showed against Tyron Woodley. And I believe, honestly, the couple times that he's been hurt, he recovers relatively well. Now, his punch power isn't necessarily too high, but again, it's going to be more about the move levels with him, and he's really good with linear punches. So you're going to be looking to use the jab well, especially using the jab side to side, kind of to create the angle, as well as the cross, which should get buffed to level 4 as he's dropped multiple people with it. But yeah. Grappling, we obviously don't expect too much. His body control is decent at 87. Top control is okay. Doesn't have much in that takedown department. Submission defense is very solid. Was able to survive a very deep guillotine choke from Tyron Woodley. But everything else is not exactly too high in the grappling department. His cardio is good. Chin is good. Body's good. Everything is pretty much solid in the health department. I know some of you may say, well, he got knocked out by Pettis. Well, that was probably one of the best shots one could land when somebody's out of position. Position is everything in the mixed martial arts, and if you get caught out of position, then anybody can really get knocked out. So to use Stephen Thompson effectively, you're going to have to look to use his best moves. And what are his best moves? It's going to be his moves that are at the highest level. So with Stephen Thompson, he uses some strikes a little bit more on one stance versus the other. So the main focus is going to be the lead side kick, the jab, angling off the jab, using the cross, a signature cross, and everything else. His body kicks, being able to stand switch off his body kicks was something that he likes to do, and I'll explain that. But before we go into any further detail, so you can see that jab is level 4. Again, this cross should be level 4. He dropped Vicente Luque with it twice, and Masvidal as well, so it should be a level 4. Lead hook's a level 3. Everything else is a level 2, but again, with Wonderboy, the whole point with him is to constantly have your opponent chase you. He actually likes to brawl. I don't know if you guys, some people are so focused on his outside move, and you guys don't like to see that he does have a tendency to try to brawl on the inside, but he generally tries to do that on his terms. You see that body jab's level 4, so we're definitely going to try to look to use that, kind of gets proven from the outside. His kicks, good calf kicks, good body kicks, level 5 roundhouse kick, so usually that can result in a really flash KO, and you see that lead body side kick, level 5. Now, one annoying thing about the lead body side kick is that it has a tendency to turn into a knee. Although that would become a level 5 lead knee instead, it is annoying because you can be at risk of getting knocked out when the game auto changes it, and I'm really hoping I can avoid that. Question mark kicks level 4, just solid. Again, the clinch, he's going to have okay stuff in the clinch. It's not exactly his strongest suit. Decent clinch knees to the head. Usually when he stops a takedown, he'll feed his opponent knees. And with the get-ups and transitions, yeah, you're not going to expect too much. You generally want to get up. You don't want to hang too long on the ground. It's going to tax your cardio a lot harder with Thompson. And he's not going to have much for submissions either. This is basically a striker's delight type of showcase. And to use him to the best way possible, I'm going to go on Quick Fight, and I'm going to go on Ranked Championships. So we're going to have a little warm-up on Quick Fight, and then we're going to head on to Ranked Championships. So I almost forgot to do this, but basically, Wonderboy Thompson, his lead kicks generally have their own signature animation that differs from other fighters. So his lead oblique kick is a little bit different. His lead body side kick, his lead spin to the body is different. Lead side kick to the head. And one thing that he can also do off of whips off the rear side of his strikes is that as you throw it, if you hold R3 as the strike is thrown, you're going to be able to, not the question mark kick, but you're going to be able to switch your stance just like that. I held that button a little bit too long. So this can be really helpful, especially if you're trying to like combo chain and make your opponent feel like, oh, okay, if you want to go against an opponent that's maybe like frame trapping you with the jab or hook or something from the opposite stance, you can use this to switch your stance. And you can also use this to, a few of his kicks can whiff into like a spin and whatnot, and this can help you set that up. So yeah, you can whiff, anything that you whiff on the rear side can be used as a means to switch your stance, and then at a distance you can land his darting cross, which is something that he loves to use. So that's his signature stuff right there. Promise not to make this a little bit too painful for you, buddy. Let me make sure the camera's right. Okay. I sold your sister. Well, I don't like that username. That is very concerning, and it sounds like you may be a human trafficker, and I'm not a fan of that. So it's a good time to talk about, since thankfully this is quick fire, I can get a little warm up in. So Stephen Thompson in Southpaw, that's where he generally likes to use his side kicks the most, whereas when he's in orthodox is when he tends to spin. So we're going to start out in southpaw here. And the goal is to try to use the jab. You can use the jab. Oh, nice little spin attempt. You can try to retreat with the jab. There's increased evasion when you're going backwards with the jab. Try to use the back lunge as much as possible. You can also try to pivot out. There's some cool GIF or GIF, however the hell you pronounce it, of Thompson hitting a nice little pivot lunge a few times after he misses on his kicks. So using the jab, whether retreating or doubling up on it. One thing to note is with Thompson, you won't be able to do a planted jab and then circle off with the jab, but you can be able to, if you start circling with the jab first. Excuse me. Oh, I was caught with the elbow there. If you start to circle with the jab first, then you'll be able to double up on the double jab. Something that he did very well against Jeff Neal. Did that very well against Vicente Luque. And you can also look to angle off with the cross. It looks real good. It's very annoying, and it can actually help you win trades better. There's some switch stance hands in there for you. And I generally, with Wonderboy, I like to intercept my opponents coming in, frustrate them a little bit with the movement. If you notice, I'm trying to move left. I'm trying to move right, throw a couple of feints out there, see how they're going to react. He loves using the body cross, trying to set up the high kick there. And this is where you really want to be annoying with the side kick. Expect any good player to try and sidestep. So generally, the first thing a player is going to do if they see a Thompson player is going to try and sidestep. I don't think this guy's aware of that stuff. But what you would like to do is if you see somebody start to sidestep against your Thompson, is going to be landing that rear body kick, especially against the cage. Try that signature right there. So once you can alternate between those two, it's going to make your opponents feel comfortable to the point where they can only really try to low block. And then if they're not lunging away from that side, and you're pretty much safe to just keep body kick them until they fall. Yeah, this McGregor's not good, but he's perfect to just kind of use as a little training dummy. Just got spin kick there. Nice little pivot. Trying to spin. Again, with Wonderboy, you're looking to try to spin most of the time. When he's in orthodox, that's where all of his spin kicks come from. Rock him there. Try to throw the lead body side kick and then turn into a knee. He'll occasionally spin from southpaw, but it's not his strong suit. Like, he just likes his spins a lot more in orthodox. Something that, come on, bro. Exactly what I talk about with EA. Like that side kick turned into a knee. It needs to stop. Just let me throw the strike from that set range. I've seen the animation. It works from there. Just let it happen. That's going to be one of the biggest little culprits with using Wonderboy. It might get you in trouble, might help you out, or you might get some angry messages from people calling you a knee spammer or something. You're trying to side kick like right there. One thing I will say with side kicks, which you got to be careful with sometimes, depending on which way your opponent is circling, especially if you're in opposite stances, the side kick may miss even if it seems like they're doing nothing to do it. So what I like to do is circle with them as I'm trying to side kick, so that way the side kick will track and it won't whiff. Now if they plant, there's might be a chance of that. You have to kind of play around with it in practice mode. Relatively easy first round, and it's just poking and prodding. He's already whiffing a lot of shots. The body shots are kind of taxing the stamina. I don't know why they're showing that highlight. Nothing of significance landed there for that Connor. It's there that's a little bit significant, kind of turned away, rolled with the little spinning heel there. And the beautiful thing with Thompson, that he has level 5 kickboxing combinations, so you could start to do, yeah, there that side kick whiff. You could do delayed combinations into head kicks at the end of almost every 3 or 4 piece, even 5 pieces if you delay it accordingly. I have a video on extending combinations or delaying combinations back on UFC 3. That logic still applies to UFC 4, so definitely check that out. So I'm going to look to get circle behind the jab. And as you notice, it kind of takes me off that center line. And it can be very annoying with the stopping power, especially because his jab is level 4. Like right there. And you can just kind of use that as like a pseudo-evasive tool. It actually makes it harder for your opponent to do like a regular slip counter against it. There, I'm just trying to go across the cross. Circling off with that level 3 cross. That should be a 4. Oh, nice cross. Catch me there. Whoa! Why the hell does Connor have that? It's accidental. Oh, rocked him there with the darting cross. Body rocked him. Yes. Alright, we're flowing. Did I miss? And this is what you have to be content with Wonderboy. The one thing you don't want to do is get too overzealous and then put yourself at risk to getting knocked out. especially the sidekick. The sidekick is going to be your worst enemy in terms of potentially getting knocked out. And that's when he loaded up and whiffed on that sidekick against Pettis. Oh, he set him down with the again, just hitting that angle. Oh, when he got caught a little bit out of position with the stand switch there, and then he just got nailed by that beautiful Superman hook. Woo! Oh, I didn't expect that to be a body TKO. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. All right, relatively easy. Not obviously the greatest opponent, but just showing you guys how you can use what tools you have around you with Wonderboy to kind of have some fun with. Because really, you know, when you're playing a game like UFC 4, we all wish for more unique animations, more unique things to do with certain fighters to help them make them fight like said fighters. And Wonderboy is probably one of the best guys to do that with. So again, when you're in Southpaw, you're looking to use, look, skimming me right over the top of my head, just barely missing. And you want to use the side kicks. When you're in Orthodox, you want to look to use the spins as much as you can. Obviously, you don't want to be too predictable. You can kick with him. It's not like he doesn't kick. You can body teep with him. He just prefers a side kick. And because it's a higher level move and it's coming from the lead side, generally strikes that come from the lead side consume less stamina than strikes from the rear side. So it's just a better option to use the higher level move that costs you less stamina and allows you to preserve stamina heading into the later rounds. So we have a couple minutes left. We're going to try and get 2 rank fights in, or maybe 1 depending. I'll be right back with y'all. I'm very happy this guy chose Edwards. Edwards is a very solid counter against Thompson, specifically because of the boxing and the Muay Thai. So one thing that kind of comes as a weakness, especially because of Thompson's bladed stance, but it's leg kicks, right? We saw Pettis working the legs really well. I'm going to skip that. With the leg kicks are basically the main thing there, a Muay Thai style, and enforcing that Wonderboy to fight with you in the pocket. So I'm hoping this is what this guy's going to try to do. See, he's high-low blocking a lot, so he's expecting the side kick. Okay, a little forward slip action. So one thing with Wonderboy though, when it comes to feinting with him, I mentioned earlier with how the lead kicks, they all have a similar animation. Check that one. So you can afford to feint with that if you get your opponent really guessing on that, because they all have a similar startup frame, and that's going to help you disguise what you want to do. Also with Wonderboy, being that this is a Division 20 opponent, I can afford to open up a little bit here, but I'm going to try to stick to Wonderboy as much as I can. When he goes Orthodox, I mean, both stances he'll open up with his boxing. But in Orthodox especially, like that's where he tends to blitz in with combinations. There's the same thing in Southpaw with the cross, that little darting cross that he loves to hit, my spinning elbow. And he'll look to exit out to his lead leg side. This guy's playing it smart, good lead leg kick on the outside. Sometimes I do have a harder time checking kicks with Wonderboy because I think that his movement will get me out of there. Try to angle off with the head kick there. Didn't get the animation I wanted, but it looked good. He's trying to slip counter, so he's aware of that darting cross, but for some reason he's Orthodox with Edwards. Edwards can fight out of both stances as well too. So this is 5 rounds, and I know he's going to try to kick my legs. One thing that Wonderboy does do, and he does it very well, is that when he recognizes that his opponents are going to try to attack him because his stance is bladed, he uses the cross, got him there, to intercept him. So that same logic applies on UFC 3 and 4. You know, if you can catch somebody on one leg and blast off a cross lead hook or cross lead uppercut, usually does enough damage. Camera's on the rock, just like right there. And again, we're going to try to stick to using his best stuff. Step whenever we can. Very basic lead hook cross. Nothing too crazy. Check hook him there. Let's go side kick. We're definitely landing the more quality shots, and this is like the beauty of using Wonderboy in this game. It's really easy to just to be a side kick, easy to back up out of range, and it can make it very frustrating for an opponent. Fortunately, the curse of the lead body side kick comes through there. There, darting cross, keeping the strikes linear for now. For linear strikes, use the least amount of stamina. Oh, fuck! Circled right into that. Thankfully, no body drop. Nice. He's keeping his shots short, and I don't know. He has that, he's already shown me, that he's doing that very hard counter with the forward slip. So I got to be very careful when I choose to lead with. Good body kick. This is how you're supposed to fight Wonderboy, right? If you're not going to grapple him, like Bilal Muhammad did and Burns did, you got to keep your exchanges short and just try to target the lower extremities. So good job to this guy so far. I think we definitely took that round. Oof, nice. Oh, that was a little nicer. Ooh, stance there. Okay, good first round, good first round. Notice that this Edwards player, he's mixing up from going to 3-piece punches to then ending with a leg kick after the 2 punches. So he's changing up his target. I was good. I circled into that one. That's my fault. I didn't expect him to do a body kick, which is good. Just gonna make the showcase a little bit harder, but that's exactly what I want. I want some difficulty. And we can try to open up a little bit later. But for now, we're going to try to stick to what I call stage 1 Wonderboy, where he's just kind of filling out. Keeping using his regular weapons, and he starts to open up with his boxing much later. Good leg kick. Again, he's following up really well with the leg kick after his combination. Going to the spins now that we're unorthodox. Forward step hook again. There's the back lunge out of that one. It's good. There's the side kick. I'm happy it didn't turn to a knee that time. Oof. Calf kick is tricky. Let's go. Good body kick. Yeah, we outstruck him. I knew I outstruck him. He landed some good shots, but I definitely outstruck him. The way this guy, yeah, got him there. The way this guy's striking is just delayed. He's just delaying the rhythm based on how he expects me to react. Good shot to the body. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna alternate what attacks are gonna come from each side, so he doesn't understand. Wants to be a fucking body side kick. Jesus, EA. Just him there with the cross. Ooh, nice body. Nice to the body after I slipped that cross. Good. He's delaying his rhythm on the punches. So he's trying to catch me if I try to low block a kick. Back up out, draw him in. Trying to force out whatever counter it is. Good. Slow down damage there. If you remember, real key thing with back lunging away from strikes, if you use the left stick, it might not work as intended. That head kick should not hit me. Oof. I didn't get my damage. But if you use the right stick, it will mitigate the damage a lot better. Body side kick! Jesus. It's the one thing, man. It's an irk. Sure, it landed, but it's not what I want. I want to spin. Nice. Punch. Punch. Nope. That's usually how it goes. There we go. Now keep targeting that liver. It's a 5-round fight. He's committed to a lot of heavy actions. And what I mean by that, again, everything that comes from the rear side, that's where he tends, where I'm noticing this Edwards, is like he's whiffing a lot with rear hand strikes, and those cost a lot more stamina. I'm trying to angle off a little bit more. Oof, good body kick. Dropped you. It's a perfect time to go high. Condition your opponent to start blocking low or try to sidestep. After all the side kicks I've been throwing, it's good way, good way. Oop, with that one. Yeah, got this round under control. Whoop. Ooh, close. Ah, that partially landed. Good bleed through. I don't know where my health is at. Body to the body again. He's slowing down. Oh, shit. Oh, come on. That's alright. That's alright. That's okay. That's my mistake. I made the mistake. He landed first with the jab, and I led with a rear-handed strike, which lowered my stamina. He had a stamina advantage in that exchange and caught me with the hook at the end. That's fine. That's fine. It's happened to Wonderboy a couple of times anyways, when he gets caught at the end of exchanges. It's where when his chin isn't tucked down, it tends to get hurt. I mean, Woodley caught him with an overhand that way, so that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. That's my mistake, and we had a couple seconds left in the round, so that's okay. I don't think my stamina was up all the way either because I just spun. So that was a risk that unnecessary risk that I took on mine. But we're gonna try to turn it up a little bit now. I don't want him to get comfortable. I think that I still won that round because my head kick did a lot more damage in terms of the severity of knockdown. But we gotta open up with the punches a little bit more. It is no. There we go. He felt that one. Y'all heard that? He felt that one. Just trying to pressure with small strikes after every. After every lead. Woo! He's ready for the spin. All right, you're not. You tried to slip that time. There you go. We got the knockdown. We're going to try to be a little bit more annoying. Just angle off. Angle off. This is the best thing you could do. Have him come in. Ooh, intercepting cross. Don't force nothing. Don't force nothing. Just keep picking him apart. I want the signature darting cross though, if I can angle that out. Nope. Let's go. Perfect time to attack the body. I know, even without seeing his stamina, he just whiffed the big move. That stamina's in the middle of recovering. Let's go. Rock him again. It's a jab. Oh, I meant to go for the body kick. It's alright. It's alright, let's drop him. Not exactly how I want to take him out. If he survives, we're going to stand right back up. Yeah, he survived. We want to get this finish on the feet. We're not grappling with Wonderboy. And go off. Oof. The leg kick, but his body's definitely shredded. So that one. Again, after every slip, if you target the body, you know it's going to be recovering. It doesn't have to be at the lowest point, but it's the best time to target it. So smart. There we go. Off and off. Good to be a body side kick. That's going to be the one issue with Wonderboy. It's that damn knee happening after a body side kick. Let's go. It's going to target the tank a lot more. Let's go. Now we're zoning in. We're zoning in. Big actions. Oh, he felt that one. You see that? He's slowing down. You start to see the panic and the head movement. You can see Edwards is fatigued. Good body kick though. So if we can go to the spin to the head or spin to the body. Nice jab by him there. He's going nose hunting tonight. Yeah, he's great with the jab. Just picking him apart like a sniper. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. When y'all see it, good body hook though. Didn't like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. No, it was supposed to be a body goddamn spin kick. Alright, if he survives, we'll get back up. Come on. 42 seconds. I think he lined up perfectly there. Draw up strike. Stamina's low. His stamina is screwed here. Nope. Ah, yes. Body rock him there. One more. Come on. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, we whiffed it. Come on. He was circling to the outside. Ah, one more to the body. Switch stance. Damn it. Thought we could get him out that round. But his body is shredded. It's done. Those spinning. You see what I mean though? When you're using strikes that you use the least amount of stamina, in this case a Wonderboy, the lead body side kick, which sometimes can turn to a knee, the jab, all those lighter strikes, and not all the round strikes this guy's been doing, also on top of him whiffing so much and committing to those heavy kicks, some of them whiffing, that's did more damage to the tank. And again, I'm targeting the body well with Wonderboy, and I'm loading up the combinations as he tries to come into the pocket. Ooh. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're zoning in here. Ooh, tried it. What a tragedy that would have been. Nope. Let's go. Angle body cross. Damn it, it's supposed to be a side kick. Let's go. Yes! Oh, the flash KO with the body spinning side kick. Alright. That's it. That's it. I don't have to torture myself on ranked championships anymore with this. Perfect 2-0 sweep with Wonderboy for the day. But see, with Wonderboy, you have to make sure the striking is on your terms. You have to stick to using his best weapons. Be cognizant that if you're going against a good opponent, you're not going to be able to side kick them all the time. You got to mix in the body kicks there as well as the head kicks. And that lead body side kick, whoo, devastating. You know Leon throwing up whatever he ate for lunch that day. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the showcase and pretty much me trying to go through like, how am I going to use Wonderboy to the best of his ability in terms of how he fights in real life? For those of you who are on my channel and you guys enjoyed the sim gameplay, especially the Woodley torture I put myself through a few days ago, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. But this will be it for the Wonderboy, Wonderman, 37-year-old karateka showcase. And yeah, this is going to be the first showcase for the new year, I believe. So appreciate all you for tuning in so far. We're going to get some more content going. I believe the tier list is coming in soon. Numero 17, I am out of here. Take care.